Okay, hey everybody on YouTube. Hey, I wanted to get this out just kind of quick. It's already 11:22 my time, but I've been going over this stuff for hours. This is so mind-boggling. Y'all aren't going to believe this. This is mind-boggling. First of all, let's start right here. You know, Joe, this is a YouTube thing from Alex Jones. I'm not a big fan of Alex Jones, but they do have some good news. But anyway, there's, God bless Alex Jones for doing what he's doing anyway. But I want to show you something. The sport of psychopaths, okay? So if anybody knows about what's going on with Scalia's death, all this crazy stuff has come out about him being in a club, the Order of St. Hubert. Yeah, and so it's a hunt club, and it's basically a satellite version of the Bohemian Grove here in Texas. And I've really gotten led by the Spirit in the past 12 hours. You won't even believe what you're going to see today. I'm going to show you a very short snippet. I didn't want to go to bed without giving you a part of this. Tomorrow I'll do an extensive video on all of this. I highly suggest you get all these sites right now. Every single one of them. Get every one of them. And make sure you save them. Because it's a puzzle. It's going to blow your mind. But I'm going to just show you what this is. The sport of psychopaths. Does Cheney hunt human beings? Now watch this. Okay, Scalia just died. It's 2016. So now, and it's obviously a murder. It's obviously occultic. Wait till you see how occultic this is. I'm going to give you a little snippet. And then tomorrow we'll bust into it. But you got to see this. The sport of psychopaths. Well, what's the sport of psychopaths? Let's have a look. Okay, the sport of psychopaths. Does Don Cheney hunt human beings? Today, Scott editors came across a short entry on the Boing Boing Net featuring a photograph of Dick Cheney posted on the outdoor section of the official U.S. government White House.gov website. So it's from their website. There he is right here. And the photograph is captioned, Vice President Dick Cheney spends an afternoon fly fishing on the Snake River in Idaho. See for yourself. So here you go. Now, check this. And then in his glasses, they're saying, and a close-up reveals, a poster on Boing Boing Net suggests that the reflection in Cheney's glasses bears a resemblance to a naked human being, which brings to mind the story of Cheney shooting his friend in the face. Explanation that Cheney shot Whittington by accident. Being somewhat of a joke, it is clear to the careful observer that the reflection is really just Cheney's hand. However, since the topic has been raised, we simply cannot in all conscience turn down the opportunity to point out Dave McGowan's article from the Center for an Informed America, where he muses on the idea that perhaps Cheney really does enjoy playing the most dangerous game from time to time. Anyway, so as it goes on, it says, now some people will claim that the evidence of Scott.net having a rabidly anti-U.S. government agenda and that we jump at any chance to condemn the U.S. political elite. Of course, we stand guilty as charged on this one, but to make no apologies whatsoever. The reason for this, as many already know, is that Cheney is very likely a psychopath and clearly a war criminal, having presided over the murder of over 1 million Iraqi civilians in the last 5 years, to mention but one of his crimes. To date, however, Cheney and company have not been indicted on any charges. They are free to continue their murderous campaigns and on and on. But what's this? There's a story going around, as a story that has been circulating in conspiracy community for quite some time, holds our backup quarterback Dick Cheney has a fondness for playing the most dangerous game. In other words, he allegedly likes to quite literally hunt humans, preferably young naked females, for sport. Okay, now we don't know if any of this is just whatever, just someone just trying to discredit them. This was in 2004, by the way. This is from 2004. So anyway, so as you read this article, it gets into the fact that Consider the following report from the Venerable Los Angeles Times. Now, here's where things get really crazy. Now, pay attention. 2004. Scalia just got murdered. He was on a hunting trip with Poindexter, who is the head of the Hunt Club. Wait till you see where this goes. He's the head of the St. Hubertus Club. Wait till you see what St. Hubertus is all about. And just wait till you see where these things go. It's 2016. This is in 2004. Consider the following report from the Venerable Los Angeles Times. 2 Black Hawk helicopters were brought in and hovered nearby as Cheney and Scalia were whisked away in a heavily guarded motorcade to a secluded private hunting camp owned by an oil industry businessman, identified as Wallace Carline, the head of Diamond Services Corporation. The Cheney-Scalia trip drew attention of local officials because of the unusual security precautions. On the morning of January 5th, a large security contingent was in place. 2 Black Hawk Air Combat Rescue helicopters, a line of armored sport utility vehicles, and a ring of federal agents and sheriff deputies who set up a security perimeter. The area was declared a no-fly zone for other aircraft. Ken Perry of the Perry Flying Center at the Harry P. Williams Airport said Cheney was among the first to deplane, followed by Scalia and a young woman who was identified to Perry as one of the justice's daughters. Both Perry and David Nutking, the local sheriff, said there were orders prohibiting photographs of those who exited the planes and climbed into the motorcade. But 2 days later, Cheney returned to the airport without Scalia, and photographs were allowed. Scalia stayed on the hunt a few more days, the sheriff said, but local officials said it was unclear how he returned to Washington, D.C. Scalia, it says David Savage Serrano, quote, Scalia was Cheney hunt trip guest, Los Angeles Times. Now, this is very odd, and it would be considered rude to ask what happened to Scalia's daughter. Why is there no mention of how she returned to Washington? And would Scalia really have brought his daughter along on such an outing? Since it wasn't a big secret that Scalia and Cheney were there, doesn't it seem reasonable to conclude that the ban on photographs was intended to protect the young woman's identity? And did Scalia really hang around the hunt for a few more days, despite the fact that, according to Sheriff Nutking, the hunting was terrible and there were very few ducks killed? Is it possible that Scalia and Cheney opted to leave separately so as not to highlight the fact to someone in their party they had gone missing since no one saw Scalia leave? Then it follows that no one can confirm whether his, quote, daughter left with him, even if she was, or even if she did. Doesn't this story at the very least have the makings of a good sex scandal? I mean, when 2 older guys and a young woman go duck hunting for a couple days and no one brings back any ducks, people are going to talk. And if the 2 guys come back without ducks or the girl, then I think we could have a serious problem. So, all this stuff talks about rumors of Cheney hunting humans and odd stuff like that, and Scalia and Cheney going on a hunting thing with a young lady. Now, let me show you what gets really weird. Okay, y'all go look at the International Order of St. Hubertus. And you know what hubris is, too. Most of you like pride and self-importance. But before we go on, y'all got to see this. I'm going to drop part of the bomb on you. Here's an image of a gray alien, okay? Here's the bomb. Okay, that is a gray alien. There's the eye. There's the eye. There's the nose. There's the nose. Uh-oh. Yep, there's the nostril. And there's the mouth. And here's the neck. Okay, this is a gray alien. Now, let me go back and just see if I can go back and watch this. This will blow your mind. So now I took the image I drew of the gray alien and I put it right here next to these other images of gray aliens, but that's pretty close. If you were trying to draw one yourself and you drew that, I would say you did a pretty good job drawing it if you were just trying to draw a gray alien. So now let's go have a little look. Now, if you go look at that website I just told you up here, St. Hubris, you'll see, you know, their logo is right here, that deer and the cross, and by the way, it's the same exact logo that is used by Jagerson. So now look, there's one plant right here and a different kind of plant right here, and the two plants are bound together, kind of like the weed and the weeds. Like I told you, your condition, you're half one thing, half something else, or what, percentages don't matter. You're part human, part beast. Now watch this. The two plants are tied together. It's the same exact logo as the Jägermeister logo. I'll just show you a tattoo real quick. It's the same logo right there. You see the logo? Okay. There's the logo. It's the same logo. They use it. It's the same thing used for the club as well as Jägermeister. I've come to find out that Jägermeister has its own cultish thing going on. But here you go. Ready? Let's have a look. So, the logo for the club that Poindexter is the head of, the St. Hubertus Hunting Club. They, and their logo is what I just showed you. Here it is. Here's the tattoo of it. See? You got the two different plants tied together. There they are, 1, 2. And then you have the alien head right in front of your face disguised as a deer. Because the alien head that you just saw, all I did was trace over the deer's ears, hid the eyes, I traced over these lines, and I just, at the end of these things, I rounded it off, but I redid this circle at the top, and I followed these lines exactly, and it's even better. Now, let's go back and look. So there's the St. Hubertus Hunting Club. Woo! There you go. There's the St. Hubertus Hunting Club. Wow, that reminds me of something I saw a long time ago. And when I saw it, I knew. I was like, oh yeah, this is exactly what's going on. Let me show you a little clip.
So we bred ourselves into castes. Some to be our eyes and ears. Some to be our muscles, sinews.
You mean you're hunters?
Wait a minute, here we go.
You mean you're hunters?
Some to be our muscles, sinews.
You mean you're hunters?
Some to be our muscles, sinews.
You mean you're
Some to be our muscles, sinews.
You mean you're hunters?
Muscles, sinews.
You mean you're hunters?
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 Bred to be predators, but
Now this movie is called The Time Machine with Guy Pearce, and that's Satan underground, and they grab humans and they eat them. That's exactly right. But they eat our souls. Now, if you have a problem with that biblically, let me help you out. Satan prowls around like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. Devour. If you want to look up the definition, I'm just going to do it because I'm serious. I'm going to just look up every single thing so everybody has everything they need to understand how crazy this is. Definition of devour: to eat. Eat hungrily, eat greedily, gobble. So that's what devour is. It means to eat in a voracious way. Okay, so anyway, so that's what it means. So
to be predators.
yeah,
Bred also to be controlled, you see.
listen.
My God. concentrating on expanding our cerebral abilities.
You control our thoughts.
Not just theirs.
Eli. So it's not enough that you hunt them down like animals
That's their role here.
to be your food.
Yes.
So anyway, all this stuff I'm showing you, it's a puzzle that fits perfectly together. Yes, the Hunt Club, they hunt humans. Okay, they hunt human beings. But human beings, the body itself is a host body for hunting all human beings. And that's what's going on. And it's just so obvious once you see it. That right there, that is an alien. And I did decrypt the hieroglyph of Akhenaten and Nefertiti for you. And it's an alien having sex with human female, creating a hybrid race. So, like I said, I have so much information now on all this. It's almost hard to wrap your brain around. And I'll try and deliver it all. I just want to make this kind of short. There's so much to do here. I mean, there's so much to do here. It's unbelievable. Look, let me show you Bohemian Grove real quick. Okay, y'all should come to the radio program, everybody. God, we do this awesome radio show at www.blogtalkradio. This is it 4321. Okay, we go over all this. And we have a show note link that you can get the same link you're looking at. And you can look at this while we're talking on the radio. And I can say, hey, go to this picture. Go to picture G6 and check out G6. And you'll open it up. You'll look at it like this. And you'll see all these people at Bohemian Grove. This is Bohemian Grove. Well, this ranch that Scalia died at is it's just like the Boy Scouts. They have a chapter here and a chapter there. Chapter over there. This is the Bohemian Grove chapter of the Satanists that run the country. This is it. This is where they do their sacrifice thing. This is the thing Alex Jones snuck into. Look at the mirror reflection. You see it? There's a mirror reflection right there. Okay, and that is by design. Because when you understand the right side up, upside down paradigm, that's when you've really understood things, just like Jesus said in the Bible. And just like the Acts of Peter. Watch this. Okay, so now, I'm sorry, you're looking at Bohemian Grove. Now, you see the reflection at their point of sacrifice where they do all that? Let's look at the ranch and where Scalia died. Do you notice there's something that's the same? Oh, yeah, they happen to build it and build a pond right in front of it. So there is a mirror reflection right there. It's the right side up, upside down paradigm. It's the same thing as Jesus on the cross, Peter on the cross. It's the same thing as the wheat and the weeds, the two different plants that are tied together on these images of what's supposed to be a deer. It ain't a deer. It's an alien. And they have taken over humans as a host body. That's the beast that will be unleashed on the earth. You're looking at it. And just to show you guys some more stuff that's just so ridiculously obvious. It's so prevalent in society, but you just don't see it because most people are blind. Just like Jesus said, I've come to judge the world and to give sight to the blind and to show those that think they see that they are blind. I'm showing you this kind of blindness right now. The Jews said, are you saying that we're blind? And Jesus said, if you were blind, you wouldn't be guilty, but your guilt remains because you claim you can see. If you don't see that this is with intent, that's an alien right there. Oh, that's a headset. It's designed exactly like that on purpose to look like an alien. You wear it around your neck like a slave collar. Get it? Now, just to prove the point, Isaiah 29:15 says, those who hide their plans from the Lord are doomed. They carry out their schemes in secret and think no one will see them or know what they're doing. They turn everything upside down. So here's a place called the Body Shop. Body Shop, right? Here's the logo right here. Now, if you go type this into Google, and I can do it right now. We can type it into Google, and I'll show you the expanded version of this. But you see it says the body shop, and you see these? You turn it upside down. It's an alien. And someone may make the argument, oh, no, you're looking for that. Really? Well, hang on a sec. Let me show you. Okay, just to prove my point. Google Images. Okay, the body shop. Okay, so there we go. The body shop logo. There we go. Now watch this. It'll come up. There it is, the body shop. I'm looking. There we go. Okay, now here it is. The body shop. This one right here. The body. Get it? Body and shop. What's the difference in the O's? This O has those little swooshy lines, which are the eyes of the alien when you turn it upside down. So when you turn it upside down, those become the eyes of the alien. So let's go back to the body shop search. See there? That's why they didn't put those little swooshy marks in the O. Because your body is what they were after. They own your body, people. I mean, it is, the flesh is theirs. They own it. That's it. That's why you have to be born again. Now, when you go look at all these sites, just go look at all this stuff. Look at these pictures. Watch all these videos. I'm not going to explain it all tonight, but I wanted to get this out there. 2004, Scalia leaving with Cheney to go hunting with a young woman. No one came back together, and they've been rumored that he hunts humans. Scalia killed on a hunt in Texas, and there's 30 people at the ranch, and there's 2 jets. They didn't do the right protocol with the body at all. And out of 30 people, no one got deposed, no one got interviewed, no crime scene was cordoned off. I mean, give me a break. Didn't follow normal protocol. They didn't take the body to Marfa or to Alpine, Texas, because in those 2 communities, they save the body fluid. They're not allowed to, as per their statutes, to drain the bodily fluids down into the the drain. That's not allowed, but it's allowed in El Paso. They don't do it in Marfa and Alpine because of the desert communities. They don't want to contaminate the water supply, possibly, and that was the reason I saw earlier. And so, but they do allow them to dispose of the body fluids in El Paso. Then they embalm the body. No autopsy can be done, but they burn the body. Then Scalia's son's wearing a dragon costume, giving the eulogy. And these guys are down at a ranch that is the satellite office of the Bohemian Grove in West Texas. And I mean, it's insane. And it's the Order of St. Hubertus. And St. Hubertus is some, go look it up on Wikipedia. I looked it up. Some ancient society that, it's really a blue blood society thing. Yeah, like blue bloods, who has blue blood? Reptiles. And so anyway, the whole thing's just ridiculous. Their logo is a deer in this circle with the cross in the middle. They hunt Christians. Dude. It's like, oh my God. You can't make this stuff up. And you can't hit this many bullet points and be right. I mean, first of all, I love everybody in Christ, but I'm not here to make friends. I don't care what anybody thinks. That's an alien head. And you know what? That is a gift of the Holy Spirit. I have the gift of knowledge and discernment, the ability to see past what normal people can see. Once you take this image right here, and you plop that image on top of the face of that deer. Look, here it is. I drew it in. You can't even tell that I've drawn on top of this. Look, I'll enlarge it. Watch. Okay, now you see the Sharpie marker? Okay, I just took my Sharpie and I just drew in. There it is. Here, right here. Watch. Even the eyes are like this. They don't have, they had half colored, half not colored. So as you draw in this thing, and that, it just draws in perfectly. And as you draw this thing in, and I suggest you do it yourself. Print it up, man. That's what I did. I saw it online. I printed it at Kinko's Copies. I put it on clear house. I put a piece of clear acetate over and I drew it in. There it is. I have the gift of discernment. I could see it. Busted. Yeah, it's a hunt club. They hunt humans. That's what they do. And they sacrifice humans. That's part of the program. So, okay, well, tomorrow maybe I'll do a more concise video. I just wanted to get this out. I didn't want to be the only one holding this stuff. Send it to Alex Jones. I already sent it. Send it to all news sources, but that's crazy. Wait till we get into the rest of it tomorrow.